live. Yo, yo, yo. Tell me what you know. Welcome to the Sunshine Show. Woo! You guys, I have such a special treat for you tonight, this afternoon, this morning, this evening, wherever in the world you may roam. I have the one and only, the most amazing, the most fabulous, the most phenomenal, the most Starace of them all. I have Tim Starace of YYNOT in the house. Tim, what do you have going on for me tonight?
I got a ton of stuff. How you doing, Sunshine? And welcome to everybody on the Sunshine Show. It's been a while since I visited the studio, and got a lot of cool stuff to talk about tonight. I'm interested in what you're up to, and people going to be chatting with us and all that stuff.
I believe so. I think we are about to have a full-on party up in this
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
You are.
I should have worn my fur.
Oh my God, you totally should have, because look what I brought with me.
Oh God.
Tonight. I did bring my fur. I thought ahead of time. And I brought snacks as well, Tim. I brought mint chocolate Milano cookies because
those are the best.
It's the season, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's the season. Awesome. So, Tim, this is the third time I have you on the show. Third time is a charm. You already know, baby. You already know. You already know. So for the very few people who do not know who you are, Tim, could you please give us all a brief introduction?
Hello, everybody. I am Tim Starace from YYNOT, and I am product manager for Tech 21 USA, SansAmp. Everybody, if you play bass, you know what a SansAmp is. We're an original progressive rock band with a marked propensity for playing vintage Rush. That's what YYNOT does. And we travel all over the country playing Rush. We have 3 original albums out, which are on Spotify, Apple Music, all the streaming services. And we just go out and have a blast. We live thousands of miles away from each other, and we get together every month and party. And then everybody goes home. We do it again.
Wow. So you guys are still living millions of miles apart from each other.
If you count all the traveling, yeah. Yeah, I'm in wonderful New Jersey, in Wayne, wonderful Wayne. This is the basement of the stately Wayne Manor, where my studio is. And Billy, our guitar player, who's also the songwriter and the producer and the mixologist and my all-around best bro-tated chip. He lives in California, down in Southern California. Our singer, Patty Pershela, she is in Nashville. She's a Michigan transplant. And the wonderful Mike Hetzel just recently moved from Wisconsin to Orange County as well. So he's in California. Yeah, so that's them.
Oh, wow. So are you the only one on the East Coast?
Well, Nashville's considered kind of East Coast. So, okay, Patty's half. There's 1.5 of us on the East Coast, you know. But the whole Getty is here, you know, me and Patty. Yeah.
Well,
both of us make one Getty. That's how that works.
So last time we talked, Patty had just joined the crew.
Yes, she did.
So what kind of like trials, tribulations, what kind of amazing things have you guys been going through since we talked last year?
Well, you know, it was just about a year ago when our old singer just up and split like the rent was due, you know? And we had no recourse. We had all these shows on the books. And I remember seeing this girl playing ukulele and singing Rush, and just messaged her out of the blue, said, hey, what are you doing for the next, you know, month or so? We got all these shows and blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, she, like a trooper, came in and, I'm going to curse, fucking killed it. Like, really did. It was the most cohesive, awesome vibe that the band had ever had with the 4 of us. It's chemistry, you know? And we just did great. Everybody just felt great. And, you know, it's just been up from there. You know, we're really doing well in ticket sales, and we're playing all over the country still, and gaining a lot of momentum. And I might as well just get this out of the way. Our next show is January 7th at the Keswick Theater, just north of Philadelphia. It's a 1,500 seat venue, and it happened to fall on the third anniversary of the passing of Neil Peart. Okay, I didn't know that when the show got booked. I just happened to be looking at, our schedule for the upcoming year. And immediately I reached out to Neil's people. Neil's a very big fan of our band. And, just to, touch bases with them to see if they had any, maybe we shouldn't do the show. And while I was talking with Michael Mosbach, we came up with this idea. Why don't we make it a friggin' party? All right. Let's raise money for Neil's charity link for Cedars-Sinai Hospital. And let's see if we can get some people to join us in this party. Right. So the Bubba Bash was born. Bubba Bash 2023. It started out as a YYNOT show. Now it's a big party. We have Mike Portnoy from Dream Theater and Winery Dogs. He's going to be joining us. Frank Bello from Anthrax, my good buddy Frank. He's going to be jamming some Rush with us. I'm going to play keys while he's playing that bass. Jonathan Dinklage from the Rush Touring Orchestra, Hamilton on Broadway. He's going to perform a song with us. Seven Antonopoulos, Jason Bittner, Joe Bergamini, and you never know. Oh, and Wesley Dirth from Vertical Horizon is going to be jamming with us as well. You never know. Oh, and So it's turning out to be a really big thing. The show's nearly sold out. Every dime in shirts and laminates and merch we sell is going to go to the Cedars-Sinai Hospital, and it's just really cool. I never thought I could pull this off, but it's going to be a fitting tribute to Neil with all his friends.
Wow, how amazing is that you are working with all of these legendary musicians, probably some that you have looked up to for the majority of your life. Tim, how do you handle such authority?
I don't. I let other people handle it. No, it's been a incredibly easy process. Neil was loved so much by his friends, and, he loved them as well, that, when I came up with this idea with Michael, his best friend as well, and he was basically like, dude, just give me like a half hour, I'll call you back. And he did, and then he's rattling off names. Mike's in, John's in, Jason's in, Joe's in, everybody was in. There's been zero pushback, nothing's been hard about this except like logistic wise. But all these cats, they're coming in on their own dime. They're doing this just for the cause, man, to celebrate their fallen brother and raise some money for a good cause.
Wow.
So that's what we're doing.
So can you let everybody at home, let them know one more time when the event is and where it's at?
It's January 7th at the Keswick Theater. I believe it's Glendale, Pennsylvania, just north of Philly. YYNOTband.com, hit our Facebook, any of our social media outlets, and you can get a link to tickets. I'm not kidding. Like, there's probably like 200 seats left, and this is going to be epic. You don't want to miss this. It's going to be fantastic.
Oh my God, the cat is out of the bag, everybody. Make sure to get your tickets today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. Tim Starace, my evil twin, one of my favorite people on the planet. Me and Tim actually have been able to talk many times, but we've only met once, and that was at NAMM in Los Angeles. And let me tell you, me and Tim were dressed exactly the same.
We were.
Hence the term.
Hence the twin, evil twins. Yep.
Apparently, I was dressed in Tech 21 uniform, is what was
That's funny. Yeah, but you got to see Bootsy
I
that
did.
year, didn't you?
I
Tell
did.
the story how he was coming down the escalator. That's a good one.
Okay, we'll tell the story. So I'm at Nam, and I see out of the corner of my eye this tall, handsome drink of chocolate milk floating down from the heavens. And I turn my head just slightly, and he's floating down via the escalator, and it's very slow motion. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I think that is Bootsy Collins. And the closer he got, the more his magnetism and energy got a hold of me and was sort of like drawn to him. He comes down the escalator, and then I chased him down 3 flights of stairs until I have enough like balls to ask him for a picture. And even the picture was quite awkward. I'm standing like it seems like 3 feet away from him. I don't know. I was scared. The whole thing was kind of awkward, but I'm here for it, Tim.
Right. But was he talking on the one? Boom. Boom. That's it. It's all on the one, baby. All on the one.
On the power of the one. Let's check out this chat really quick. We have my beautiful secretary, Don McDaniel, in the house. Oh, beautiful Don. He's locked in the basement all day, every day, doing my socials. Thank you, Don. I do appreciate it. I fed him mustard packets yesterday for dinner, so
Oh, there you go.
I'm budgeting over here, okay? I only have so much money for my crew. That helps me out. We got my mama all the way from South Texas. What's up, Mama Cantu? We got Lane Patterson in the house. We got Omar Jimenez all the way from Mexico. What's up, Omar? How you doing? Love you so much, Crispin. You guys, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions for myself or the one and only Tim Starace of YYNOT, drop them there in the comments section. I'll get to them as soon as possible. We got Jeff Cox in the house. What's up, Jeff? Thanks for hanging out. All right, let's go. Mike Stempo in the house. I feel like I was reverse baited and switched after I bought my ticket. How do you feel about that, Tim?
Yeah, Mike's a cool dude, man. He comes to a whole bunch of shows. He's a good guy. You can always count on Mike. And Lane. I'm yet to meet Lane, but I feel like I know him already.
Such a nice guy, very humble, does a lot of Rush covers, and has an amazing Rickenbacker, maybe more than one Rickenbacker.
Oh, absolutely. You got to have more than one. But if you notice, White Rick isn't here at the moment. He's getting some nut work down south.
Oh, okay.
He is.
You gotta get your nuts worked on sometime.
Hey, I found a guy that was willing to do some nut work on White Rick. And it's exactly what it sounds like. And the 71 is also down there getting some binding refreshment.
Oh, yeah. Binding refreshment. What exactly consists of binding refreshment?
Well, there was a period of Rickenbacker when the glue they were using on the binding wasn't playing nice, and it would cause this horrible leaching into the wood. They called it glue glow almost, and it really, you can't see it on a painted finish, but you could see it on a maple glow. And this particular one is actually a bird's eye maple, so it's really beautiful, but it causes the binding to just deteriorate and fall off. So every time I would touch the base, another part would fall off. So it's basically getting rebound. They're replacing the binding all around it. And
is it like Botox, but for Rickenbackers?
Like Bintox, yeah.
Bintox, I love it. Should we come up with some sort of like company that does Bintoxing?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I mean, you heard it here first, everybody. We will Bintox your guitar.
I'll have my people call your people, and we'll get it rolling. And then Don can write the paperwork up.
Don is very awful at paperwork, but sure, let's go ahead and give that to Don. He literally has one hand to write with.
Hey, he could get over to the Kinkos and get everything done. All right.
Don, you hear that? You're going to Kinko's, Don. Oh my goodness. All right, Tim. So a lot of people may not know your story. I know your story because we've talked about it multiple times. You are a legend in and of yourself. You have worked with amazing musicians throughout your career. You hit a deep spot, you came out, you rose to the very top, and you're going higher and higher. Where did the musical journey begin?
It began when I was 9 years old. I wanted to be Gene Simmons. That's it. That's it. I wanted to be Gene Simmons. I wanted to play a bass. I cut 2 strings off an acoustic guitar, and there was a yard sale on my block, and there was this album called Learn How to Play Bass Guitar by Ear with the Ventures. Yep. So I taught myself how to play La Bamba and Papa's Got a Brand New Bag and Shotgun. And that was it. And then I got like this cheesy bass from the mall. My mom got me, and I stuck at it and I kept playing. So I started taking lessons from like the local rock star in the neighborhood. And he was teaching me all these Kiss songs. And one day he says, "Hey, listen to this," because we had a little cassette deck that he would play the songs on. And it was Rush. And I was like, holy shit, I like that a lot better. I want to start playing that, so that's where that started. But I would soak up anything musically at that point, from like the time I was 10 till about 15. I don't think I ever left my house. It was school, come home, play the bass, school, come home, play the bass. It was just everything. We went on a vacation to Florida, and I had to take my bass with me. I couldn't plug it in or nothing. I just wanted to bring my bass. It was one of those crazy things, and I just loved it so much. And then I, high school, start playing local bands, hooking up with some locals to play with in Long Island. Now, by locals on Long Island, that's like the cornucopia of rock and roll. So many people came out of there. So, I played with some really cool dudes in Long Island, and
wait, so you said the cornucopia of rock and roll. Who's coming out of Long Island, or who did come out of Long Island?
Like everybody: Steve Vai, Bonamassa, Billy Joel, Dee Snider. There's so many great musicians. Al Pitrelli, Mike Torelli, just so many dudes. Long Island's just full of that shit. Like Randy Coven, incredible bass player. John Macaluso, Tracy Guns. No, I mean Kelly. Oh, my bad. Danger. Just so many. That era. Just so many friggin' musicians came out of there. But yeah, so I wound up playing in a band called Hot Shot for a while. We went out to LA, and then I ended my musical career, stage one, with Stuttering John from the Howard Stern Show.
What?
Yeah, true dat. And that was pretty.
What were you doing with Stuttering John of the Howard Stern Show?
I was playing bass in his band.
Were you really?
Yeah. On my YouTube, there's like a video of like the old Channel 9 show, where I'm jamming. Yeah, it was great. It was a lot of fun, And I'm sure there's more stuff I did. I just don't remember it. How'd
you get the gig with Stuttering John? And did he stutter while he sang?
Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, no. While he sings, no. No, John, we lived like we bordered the same town. He was in Massapequa, I was in Farmingdale. Everybody knew everybody who played, pretty much because everybody played. It was really a cool time to be a musician. And then I just quit in 1996. I said, I don't want to do this anymore, and I sold everything and moved down to Florida and became a mechanic, and then like 2013 or something, I was at the clubhouse. We'll leave that story alone. And the band was playing. And they said, "Hey, Ratchet, didn't you used to play bass way back in the day?" I said, "Yeah, sure." So I got up, and I think we played like The Trooper and War Pigs. And I couldn't believe I remembered that shit, And it became like a regular thing. Like every weekend, I'd go somewhere and they go, "Hey, come on, play the bass." And then got like this crappy pawn shop bass. Okay, this is going to be fun. You know what I mean? Yeah, like 2 weeks later, I got an Ampeg, a jazz bass. You know, it's on now. Now I'm doing this thing, and I just started doing like these silly little videos in my kitchen. And they were like this. It was just the beard and a bass. You know, but people dug it. And then I met Billy, the guitar player, singer songwriter, producer for YYNOT. I met him on Facebook, and we were just like, hey, let's do these stupid little videos, on Facebook, and people dug it. And then I think we were the originators of the 4-box music shit, like where you're in different places. Like the drummer was in Massachusetts, because I've never seen it done before, but we just, let's do this. He'd play guitar, send me the video, I'd watch it and play the bass to it, and then we'd send that, the drummer would play, it was ridiculously embarrassing and horrible. The music was good, but it was just like the video production, like cell phone propped up on, something. And we just started doing that and having more fun. And Billy had original stuff, and he had written this one song and asked me to redo the bass on it, and I did. And then we found the girl who was singing, and we just were doing this online thing, doing original music and Rush covers, and people really dug it. So we said, we better name this something. Billy, we put our heads together, but he had written this song called Why Not? So there you go. That's a good name of the song, and eventually he's like, we got like 9 songs. Let's make an album, So we did, and people bought it. And then, prior to that, he's like, you think we could do this shit live? We're like, I don't know. I'll fly out to California. Let's try it. So I flew out to California, met everybody for the first time, and sold out the Gas Lamp, in Long Beach. It was unbelievable. And we met all these awesome people, like in the parking lot, who came from Arizona and friggin' this state and that state. And it was really effing cool, we got something here. We got something people dig, and then we just kept doing it. And then another album came along and a lot more shows. And, I'm telling you, nothing can be more uneconomical than having 4 people live in 4 different states that have to fly into a friggin' city somewhere, rent gear, an Airbnb, a van, take time off of work, play songs, and then go home. But we did it because we loved it, and the people loved it. And then the 3rd album came along, and that was doing great as well. And we were just about to like launch a big promo tour on that. And the COVID, shut every single thing down. The tour was over. The record launch fizzled. But we were trying to think of something to do, to keep the energy going. So going back to our origins with, the 4-box videos, and, we're playing in different areas. A lot of bands were, having trouble connecting with their fan base. Our fan base already like knew us in that format, and we had that shit down by now. You know what I mean? We could, okay, come on, let's do it real quick. So we really didn't lose any ground with COVID as far as social media is concerned, because we didn't have to struggle to find a way to reach our audience, because they already knew we were very accessible in that format. So we did this social distance club thing. I think you have a shirt, and that kept us rolling, through the thing. And then the next thing that happened during COVID was I had the opportunity to come join the Tech 21 team as a full-time member up in New Jersey. And it was a dream come true. I was working in a machine shop that I hated. I mean, hated down in Florida. And Now I'm product manager slash artist slash video editor slash captain in charge of general shenanigans slash, whatever they need. And I love it. It's a dream job. I run the production floor at Tech 21. Like I said, I do like a lot of the video editing and the demos and, some artist relation stuff. And it's just great. I'm super happy. I get to work in an industry that I love with products that I friggin' love, yeah.
Wow.
And that brings us to today.
Wow. Okay, folks. What you left out. Okay, we touched on Hot Shot a little bit, but
Oh shit.
For the few people that may not know about that project and who specifically you were working with in Hot Shot, and boy, let me tell you, them pictures of you, still a very handsome man. But wow, you really were very styled out. You still are. I love your matzo shirt. Tell me a little bit about those days and working with the amazing people you were able to work with back then.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Hot Shot. That was originally comprised of, I came in like Hot Shot version 2.1. It originally was, I really can't even tell you. Al Petrelli was guitar player, Teddy Cook, bass player, Mike Pont was the singer, and I think Kurt Fairchild was the drummer. When I entered, it was with Spike Francis on guitar, Mike Pont, singer, Kurt Fairchild, aka Crookin, on drums, and me. And we were a really killer band, and hair band, total hair band. I played bass with a pick. All right. Well, it suited the music. It was great, and it was really cool because we came home from a show one night, and the band's answering machine. These are the ones with the tapes. I don't know if you remember those. Was flashing, so we hit it, and it was fucking Nikki Sixx, going, "Hey Mike, I got your number from Steve." I think it was Steve Bruno. Yeah, I really dig your demo tape, and I want you guys to come out to California. So we went out to California for a while, I think twice with those guys. I don't remember it. That was another part of my life I really don't remember a lot of. Be honest, It's funny because I was just talking to Pont not too long ago, and I go, "Hey, where did we play when we went out to LA with Tommy and Nikki?" And he goes, "Which time?" And I go, "We went twice." I swear to God, I'm not lying. I don't remember it. I just don't remember it.
The brain is a funny thing. Sometimes we have to leave memories behind so that we can form new memories. So
right. So, but I do remember this. I remember getting off the plane and playing at the Troubadour. Like literally, we had to run to the Troubadour, and then we went to the Rainbow. And the first person I met was Ron Jeremy.
No way!
Yep. I'm like, holy shit, it's the Hedgehog, And who was he talking to? Lemmy. It was fucking great, man. No, and it was just cool, man. We were just hanging out, shooting shit,
Oh my God. So one time I was playing a gig in Austin at this, did you hear how I said Austin? I'm turning into
Austin.
Like a New Yorker.
Austin.
So I was playing a gig at this place called like Latitude 30, I believe. And Ron Jeremy pulls up in his little like Porsche or Ferrari or whatever, gets out, starts taking pictures with everybody. Of course, I was on stage playing, so I wasn't able to like participate in the paparazzi scene that was going outside. But I was like, oh my gosh, like when you see him in real life, he's a lot uglier than he is on video.
I can say that, but I didn't know that was possible until I met him. Just saying. Wait, you're not taping this, are you? This isn't live, is it?
We could get in trouble for that. We could get in real trouble for that, you guys. We don't shame anyone here. We don't judge on the
two thumbs and I don't give a fuck.
All right, let's check out this comment here from Lane Patterson. He says, throughout the process of emulating Getty's sound, you have managed to create your own signature sound. I backed off bugging you about the Tim pedal long ago, but it looks like it has gained momentum in other circles. Is a Tim pedal a possibility someday? First question. What would your dream pedal / preamp look like? Second question. Sorry for putting you on the spot.
Oh, you never put me on the spot. Listen, going to work for Tech 21, I see how incredibly difficult it is to create a pedal. Okay, this isn't cookie cutter stuff. And I mean, yeah, we can make one-offs of things. Yeah, but to make something, in production, I learned things like MOQs and blah, blah, blah. You can't just, slap something together. And number two of one is nothing is just slapped together at Tech 21.
Of course not. There's
it's not. But you never know. My birthday's coming up. They may surprise me with something. Now, what would be my dream pedal? My dream pedal would be to take, we were just talking about this yesterday. I would love to take something like the Paradriver and the Q strip, combine those two with a high pass filter and a low pass filter, and add some compression. Basically like the Doug head. If the preamp section of that Doug head could be modified a little bit to fit in a format, something like that with a few little tweaks in the mids, and that would be it, because that thing is just brutal. And, that's kind of the sound I'm looking for. I have a little bit more dirt than Getty and a little more high-end, not clank, but more sizzle up on top. It's a little bit more aggressive. Believe it or not, like his sound is a bit more demure than mine, but we're talking demure with real hairy legs. It's brutal, and his is like the holy grail. Mine's like the wish.com version, but it's just a little more arrogant. It's louder. It's the New York version. Okay. He's a nice Canadian, this is the Northeast version of that. It's a little loud and brassy, So
when is your birthday, Tim?
It's June. That's what I meant by coming up.
Oh, yes. Of course. I forgot we're both Geminis.
Right. Yep.
We both are Geminis. We both dress exactly the same, and we both rock the Rickenbacker. I mean,
absolutely.
Could there be any more of a perfect combination than that? I don't think so.
No.
I don't think
Deadly.
So. Deadly combination. Let's see. We got Gilbert Barrentes all the way from San Antonio, Texas. He says,
"Hey, Gil.
Hey, Vato, you guys jam. Patty P is a very dear friend of mine. I used to jam with her dad when she was little. She would sing in our basement bad."
Oh, that's so awesome, man. Hey, you got to make a show, man. We're going to be in Michigan in February.
That is so cool. What a small world.
Yep. No, bass players just know everybody. You know that.
All right. Question. Who wins the dance off, you or Patty?
We do dance a lot. We have this little dancing thing that we do all show. I would have to say her because she's got moves like Jagger.
Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Do you guys have any kind of like dress code that you guys are locked into, or is it sort of just like wear what you're feeling?
For the guys, you have to have pants. That's pretty much it.
You can't have a kilt?
No. No, we just dress. It's so funny you mentioned dress code. I wore the same show shirt for like 2 years. I'd wash it, but why not? It's a friggin' costume.
Why not? That is
right.
That is the theme of the night. Why
not?
Then
this one, actually I had like two. And then this one fan, Ron Watts, started really busting my balls about it. Like all the time. He threatened to buy me friggin' new shirt, cut-offs. And then I had to break down. But now I have a stylist, the lovely Dale Crevens. And so now I have like 4 shirts.
Oh, thank goodness for Dale.
Yep, Dale. She rocks.
All right, very nice. So we got Kayo Gonzalez in the house, amazing bassist out of Mexico. If you guys
Hola.
do not know who KO is, I actually was able to interview him 2 weeks
Hmm.
ago, I believe. I am still trying to upload that to the podcast so that you guys can stream it. I want to talk a little bit about the podcast. I got my Spotify rap numbers in, and I'm very excited.
I
And
saw that.
hard work does pay off, Tim.
Oh, absolutely.
Let's talk a little bit about hard work and how hard you have to work to try to make it in an industry as hard as the one that we work in.
Well, you have to be lucky. You really do. Because there's so many fantastic musicians out there. Okay. So you're all fighting for the same little section of people's attention. So luck has a lot to do with it, and you have to be good, and you have to have something people want to hear, so there's like three near impossibilities that you have to combine, and it's really luck, man. It's just a lot of it has to do with luck. It. I'm sure you go to these little clubs and you see bands that just fucking knock you fucking on your ass. They're so great. But, there's three people there, and it's a shame, but it's just how the world is, and then you have, things where you could throw $1 million at it, because if somebody tells you you should like something enough, you do. You know what I mean? There's always that aspect too.
Well,
It's just hard. Never give up. Have fun. Keep putting it out there. Unfortunately, it gets to a point where you start stressing over, like, do we post videos on Wednesday between 6 and 9 because the algorithm says blah, 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 blah. You know what? If people dig it and you're doing it right, you post it anytime you want and they'll love it. But it is important, to at least look at stuff like that. But mainly it's just have fun. And if it happens, consider it a gift. Work your ass off. Don't expect anyone to come knocking on your door saying, hey, you got to go out there and do it.
you've got to go out there. You've got to put in the hard work. And absolutely, luck is a factor. Hard work, I think, is the most important. Content. Now, you
Mhm.
mentioned to us that you played. You took a couple of years off to be a
16.
a couple of years, a couple of years, to be a
Couple of dog years. Right?
to become a car mechanic, hence
Yeah.
the nickname Ratchet.
Yep.
All right,
That's
Ratchet.
right.
So you said you picked up the bass and it was almost like you had never put it down. You remember
Yeah.
songs. So for people that may be struggling to pick up their instrument again, who think, oh, I'm too old. Oh, this isn't going to work out for me. Like, what was it that really did it for you that made you get back into music?
Like I said, I was at an establishment and the band was playing, and I don't know, I didn't realize how much I missed doing it until that moment. Maybe I wasn't ready to get back into that environment, for all those years. And at that single solitary moment, maybe I was. That was it. It just clicked. And I started playing again, and I just couldn't put it down. I couldn't put it down. I never realized how much I missed it until I started picking it up again. So never give up, and have fun. Just have friggin' fun. Because if you're having fun, it's worth doing. If it's not, find something else to do. Because that's what I did.
Hell fucking yeah. The words of Tim Starace, the great, the one and
Yeah.
only, the most legendary.
Oh, that's funny.
What kind of impact has Geddy Lee made on you and your career?
Oh, I guess, I'd have to blame him for everything, honestly, because he was a great outlet for my little addictive personality from the time I was 10 until now. I would obsess over every little note and nuance that man would play. There was just something about his thing. You know, I liken it to Geddy Lee's playing is like Ronnie James Dio singing to me. You know, they both affect me the same way. They make me feel something. You know, and I didn't know why I was feeling something from one particular instrument, you know, in a band. I still don't know why, but it works. You know, it does. It makes me feel something. It gets those endorphins rolling, you know. And he taught me, I guess technique wise, maybe play hard, you know, because I didn't have a Sans amp when I was 10. You know, there wasn't a Sans amp when I was 10. And, you know, you hear his bass and it's dirty and nasty. I didn't know how to do that. So I would just hit the shit out of it, you know. So it helped my right hand attack. And, you know, learning all that hard shit when you're so little, you know, makes it harder to remember how good you used to be when you were young. Because the older you get, the faster you were.
So what's up with the technique now? Now that you have the Sans amp, now that, you know, we've progressed in the industry and with the technology and the equipment, how has the technique changed?
It hasn't at all whatsoever. Yeah, actually it helps me because like I'll have my rig set up, doing sound check, blah, blah, it sounds perfect, dirty, nasty, growly nougat, you know, taking heads off. You know, and a lot of times, matter of fact, like every time we play, we invite fans to sound check. Always. It's just something we do. We love doing it. You know, because somebody will go, hey, I'm driving from Philly. You know, we're playing in Syracuse, you know, and I'll see it and go, hey, guess what? We're going to make it really special. You know, call me, come to sound check, hang out, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of them are musicians, and I'll hand my bass to somebody and they'll play it. And it just doesn't sound like that, you know? Because, you know, my attack is where my sound starts. You know, the Sans amp helps me be better. You know, if you sound better, you play better. You know, it's honest, you know. But I love the way it reacts. Like, here's one. Just happen to have this guy sitting right here, the DI-2012. I'm going to be using this at the Bubba Bash. Yes, I am. Yeah, this is going to be my my preamp for that show.
Now, did you make the electronics and circuitry and like everything that goes into that particular pedal?
Who, me personally?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
No. We have assemblers. Everything is hand built in Clifton, New Jersey. Yes, everything is engineered and hand built right here in the good USA. But I run the production floor. I schedule when they build the DI-2112, you know. But yeah, every Sans amp product is assembled right here in good old Clifton, New Jersey by hand by a wonderful group of assemblers who are awesome people and do a great job. Human beings building human tools.
But like the actual, like when your design team is actually going to come out with a new pedal, does it go through you to get the approval to start?
Who, through me?
Yeah.
No, that's engineering department. I schedule the work. Yeah, no, we have two geniuses at the shop. Andrew Barter, the inventor of the Sans amp, he's still there designing, research development, you know, hand wiring, you know, pedals. And John Bednar, who's the senior engineer, and those two work in tandem to develop the new pedals, you know, and then we'll make, golden samples and, you know, R&D versions. And when it's time to go to production, you know, then we go full scale production mode. And, you know, I have a bunch of wonderful ladies who put these pedals together. Fantastic.
How many pedals does Tech 21 currently have available on the market?
Oh, gosh. Oh, in the 20s. Easy. I look at the sheet every day. Bass driver, VTDI, GT2, Power driver, Q strip, classic, the YYZ2, The Steve Harris, the Character Plus series, there's 4 of them there. The Doug Pinnick pedal. The Doug Pinnick pedal is a beast. Everybody needs to play through that pedal once. You have to. If you want to snap heads off at a sound check, that's the pedal. I'm telling you. It's fantastic.
Isn't that everybody's goal, Tim?
Right. That's how come I know everybody doesn't have one. You know? Otherwise, they'd be flopping heads at every venue.
Okay.
It's insane.
So how about this? Listen, I haven't even opened my snacks yet. Like, this is just getting good, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Mint chocolate Milano cookies. What just happened? This just happened.
Do it.
Don, you're not Don. You ain't getting none of this.
None for Don. Hey, we do have a new product coming out.
Oh,
the cat is already out of the bag, so I can talk about it. It's the Frank Bello signature Sans amp. It's incredible, man. I'll never forget. I was at my desk and they were testing it out and snapped my neck. You know, I had to go running and go, "What is that?" You know, yeah. This is going to be a really good one.
But okay, so how does someone come up with a custom pedal?
Well, we'll either approach an artist or an artist will approach us, you know, to find a solution for their needs, you know, rather than travel with a huge rack of stuff. You know, Andrew's a genius at putting huge things into small little packages, you know, like for instance,
we're talking about amps here, people. Okay.
That's what she said. like this little guy right here. This is the Steve Harris SH1. Okay. I had the pleasure of meeting Mr. Harris last month when they did a show out here in Jersey, and his tech was kind enough to show us his rig, you know, and his rig consists of like 2 full rack cases full of stuff. And that's all condensed into this tiny little pedal. It really is. So when Andrew's designing a new product at Tech 21, we try to find a solution for a problem, you know, and the problem usually is lugging around a whole lot of gear, you know. That's why, you know, we have the fly rig, and there's no mistake why it's called a fly rig, because it's a whole rig. It's this big, and, you know, it's a fantastic amp emulator, you know, and you want to be able to recreate your sound, you know, wherever you go and whatever you do. And I use the power driver, and I know no matter what backline I have, the front of house is still going to get the sound I want. No matter where I'm playing, no matter what the walls are made of, whether they got a whole bunch of subs, you know, whether they gave me an Ashdown amp or something, you know, it's still going to sound exactly how I want it to sound, you know. So it's like the coolest little thing ever in the whole world. Sans amp.
So, Sans amp, that is a pedal, yes?
Well, it's yes. The Sans amp circuitry means no amp. You don't need the amp. Right, but it sounds like you have an amp.
So if somebody purchased one of these pedals, they don't have to lug around their 410 Ampeg or...
No, not at all. Nope, not at all.
And so Sans amp pedal, that's different from the many other pedals that you guys have.
Well, a lot of the pedals utilize, if not all, Sans amp circuit. Which is an amp emulation circuit, but it's tweaked from product to product for the use, you know, whether we're doing all analog Marshall emulation, or we're doing all analog Ampeg emulation, you know, or we design a Sans amp circuit that could run a whole gamut of different amps or eras of amps, like the VT bass, you know. It's amazing to watch this happen. You know, it's really cool.
Wow. So for somebody that would be interested in purchasing one pedal, what would be the go-to pedal? Is there a go-to pedal?
Oh, absolutely. If you're a bass player, I tell everybody, start with the bass driver. Just start with the bass driver, the tried and true bass driver. It's on almost everything you've ever heard recorded. You know, every studio has either a rack mounted Sans amp or a regular. I've heard studio guys say, yeah, they bring all their rigs into the sound booth. They're recording, but I'm running a second line out into my Sans amp into the board. And then when they come in to listen back, I play them what I did through the Sans amp and they don't even know it. It sounds great.
Wow.
Yeah, because you don't have to worry about miking it and, hum from the amp. And it's a rock solid signal. It's fantastic for recording and live. I mean, there's a reason they've been around, for as long as they have been.
Very, very nice. You guys better go check out Tech 21 New York. All the Sans amp, all the drivers, all the pedals, all the things.
That's tech21nyc.com.
Tech 21. Don, that's your cue to drop that website in the comment section.
Yes, please do.
All right. Christmas is coming up, Tim Starace.
Yeah.
So what would you suggest somebody who is looking for a great gift for their loved one who plays bass? Besides the bass driver, what else do you have to offer on your amazing website?
Oh, geez. We have the DP3X, Doug Pinnick Signature Sans Amp, any of the Geddy Lee Signature Sans Amp pedals, the YYZs, the DI2112, the GED 2112 rack, the Steve Harris SH1, the wonderful Paradriver, and the bass fly rig. The bass fly rig is fantastic. It has an octafilter in it, a chorus, a compressor. It has two channels. It has, I lost my little thingy in my ear there. Look at that, huh?
he lost a little thingy in his ear there.
I lost my little thing in my ear. It's got effects send and return. You can switch between the Sans amp circuit and the VT bass circuit. Wow, that cookie looks good.
It's such a good cookie. I really wish. Look,
they're great. I would eat that whole bag.
Listen, Tim, I got plenty for the both of us, and don't worry, I will eat your portion for you.
Well, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Yeah, so if you want to get somebody a real cool gift like the bass fly rig, yeah, it's really neat. It's an incredible tool. It has some effects. Like I said, 2 different Sans amp circuits. You can switch channels. It's really a cool toy. You can do a lot of stuff. And like I said, if you sound good, you play good. It's only natural. That happens.
Now let's talk about the controversial debate. Let me finish eating first, Sunshine. Not the best etiquette.
No, go ahead.
For a podcaster, but you know what? I'm enjoying my holiday Christmas cookies with Tim Starace.
That's right.
Why not? One of my best friends, one of my beautiful bass brothers, my evil twin, my one and only. Our third podcast together, and I'm gonna have to do a little collage of all of our time together over the past 2 years because we've had some really good moments, Tim.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's see. Don McDaniel did drop that Tech 21 NYC website there in the comment section. You guys, if you want to buy anything amazing for the musician in your life, that's where you need to go to provide all the goods. Christmas is right around the corner, Tim.
Absolutely.
When do we have to place our order to make sure we get it by Christmas?
Well, we don't sell direct to the public. Sweetwater is our preferred link, but we have all our products on our website, and we keep all of our retailers fully stocked to the best of our ability at all time. We're shipping stuff out every day for the big Christmas rush, So.
Wait, so what is that? So you guys are you don't sell directly to the public? Ooh la la. Okay.
No. No, you get it at any retailer that carries our product, like Sweetwater, Sam Ash, stuff like that. Long and McQuaid, that's how we do it.
What is the deal with that though? What is it? Just cuts out the whole having to do with the customer base, and you can just push it out to the companies? Why do you not sell directly to your customers?
Well, because that way we have worldwide distribution. and the retailers, they're better suited, to sell millions and millions of pedals at once, right.
Millions of
What? Oh, yeah. I may be underestimating that a bit.
Oh
No.
my God, y'all are worldwide. So you are in the United States, the UK, Brazil, Sweden,
Oh,
Australia,
yeah.
South
Everywhere.
Africa.
Japan. Oh, you name the country, we have a Sansamp representative.
That's amazing.
Hmm.
Tim, I know that you are a young man. You cannot be any older than at least 34 because my gosh, you are just very handsome. I I I want you to tell
You're
us.
only saying that because it's true.
I'm only saying it because it's true. Absolutely. What is the legacy that you want to leave behind with your music once you're past and gone? It's 2060 or some shit, right? And people are putting
Hmm.
on a Why Not album. What is the legacy that Tim Starace is leaving behind for everybody in the future? I want to know.
I think it would just make me happy to think that perhaps, maybe, just in case, some little kid feels inspired by something they hear and maybe takes a chance and tries to create something themselves. Honestly, that's it. Just to make somebody feel, happy, sad, angry, mad, whatever it is. But if you can feel, kind of get the idea that we're trying to put through in the music, you know, that I guess that would be it.
Yeah.
That'd be enough for me. I'd be dead anyway, so it wouldn't matter.
Oh my God, Tim. Let's check out.
No, I meant that. I know I had to ruin a nice touching moment with a stupid dad joke, but that's kind of like my signature move. So,
Wait, the dad joke is your signature move because you
oh
are
God,
dad.
we have a whole. You got to hear the shows. You
Well,
know.
you're a dad to some pretty amazing lizards.
Yes, I just got a new one, Paulie Walnuts. Yeah.
Why? Like, I feel like there's a theme with this show. It's surrounded by nuts.
Well, nuts and it. I'm on a soprano theme now. So I got Tony Meatballs, Paulie Walnuts. I had Freddie Side Eye. Carmela.
How?
Carmela took Carmela took the kids and left, so Paulie moved in.
Oh
Yeah,
no! So how
yeah.
are all the chameleons doing?
I only have two now. I have Tony Meatballs and Paulie Walnuts, the new guy. He's a little shit. Yeah,
I
he's
feel
still a
like
baby though.
I
He's
feel
only
like
like 5 months.
I feel like we need that on like a t-shirt.
I had Fred on the shirt. Yeah, you
So
never know. Something
let's
will
make
happen.
that happen. We need to make
Yeah.
that happen. We actually need you on a Christmas sweater, Tim Starace. Now, if you were on a Christmas sweater, what would your Christmas sweater look like?
Uh, oh my God, I'm drawing a blank.
You'd be in like a little elf.
Oh, okay. All right. It would be a mistletoe.
Oh, are you the
There you
toad?
go.
Are you the toad?
I could be. I could be. I could be a toad.
The mistletoe. I love this. You guys, we're going to start wrapping this up in a few minutes. We've been going live for almost an hour now. If you have any last minute questions for myself or the one and only Tim Starace of Why Not and Tech 21 NYC, make sure to drop them there in the comment section. Let's check out Melia Tice all the way from Austin, Texas, my best friend who just got engaged in Cabo. Congratulations, Amelia.
Congrats.
I'm fighting to be best bridesmaid or however that works out. I'm not really sure.
Cool. I'm going off the market in April.
What?
Yep.
Did you
Very
already
excited.
propose? Are you getting married?
Oh yeah.
And I'm not your like best man?
If you want to come out to New York City in April, you're more than welcome.
Or I could be like the ring bearer or the flower girl. I'll be the flower girl. Let's see. Amelia says, I'm tree decorating with Orion. I love Orion, one of my best little friends. I think he is 12 years old, 13 now. He was so excited about the Christmas pickle, he dropped it and he shattered it. Now he's begging for a new one because it was his favorite ornament. Can we all get together and buy
We got to
Orion?
get a Christmas pickle.
We need a fucking Christmas pickle, you
We got
guys.
a Christmas pickle.
Can we get a mini Mr.
There we go.
Pickle? We're gonna hang them on the tree. Okay, Orion, we got you, bro. I'm so sorry you shattered the Christmas pickle, but we will get you another one. Little Miss Ellen Alverdine was on this show at the beginning of the week, and she wants a sunset lamp. So if you guys want to go ahead and send all your sunset lamps over to Little Miss Ellen, do that today. Tim Starace, what is on your Christmas wish list?
More lizards.
More lizards.
Honestly.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't really need anything or want anything. It's so tough, you know, but I really don't have any one thing other than to make it to the next show, which I'd like to bring up again. It's January 7th at the Keswick Theater. It's a tribute to Neil Peart, the Bubba Bash, the first annual Bubba Bash. There is going to be more Bubba Bashes. We're going to bash the West Coast. We're going to bash the South. We're going to bash the North. Seriously, this is going to become something so effing incredible. The likes of Mike Portnoy, Frank Bello, Jonathan Dinklage, Wesley Dearth, Jason Bittner, Joe Bergamini, Seven Antonopoulos. It's going to be insane. January 7th at the Keswick Theater. Why not? Special guests, Bubba Bash. Long time coming for Mr. Neil Peart to benefit Cedars-Sinai glioblastoma research. And Don, put that link in the comments.
Don, do your job, damn it. Why are you talking about pickles?
Don.
Damn Don and his pickles. He's locked in the basement. He cannot have any of the cookies. These are for me and Tim only.
Oh, and okay, so let me finish. Nice cookies again. January 6th will be at the Wall Street Theater in Norwalk, Connecticut. And then February something, hold on, I'm going to find that out. February 17th, we're at the Vault in Saginaw, Michigan. And then February 18th, People's Bank Theater in Marietta, Ohio. And then we'll be hitting the West Coast again. You were born in Marietta, Ohio?
I was born in Canton, Ohio, but
okay.
Ohio is Ohio, you know?
Yeah, it is, right.
But no, come to Santa Cruz. Come visit me in Santa Cruz because I would love. I know last time you were in LA and I couldn't get down there. It's like 7 hours from Santa Cruz to
Yeah, that's a long. We haven't done North California yet.
We gotta make it happen, Tim.
Yeah, okay. Well, hey, listen, we're not picky. If they pay us, we'll come play. That's just how it works, you know?
Let's see, we got Janet Eason in the house from Gilroy, California. What's up, Janet? How you doing?
Hey there.
Lane Patterson wants to know, is there a link for those to donate who might not be able to make it to the show?
Abso-freaking-lutely. I don't know how to get that to you right now. How could I do that?
That is a good question. Dawn is supposed to take care of all of these questions.
Yeah, Don, you're really leaving us hang, man. All right, check this out. I'm pretty sure you could go to YYNOT's Facebook page or anywhere you see that absolutely wonderful poster for the Bubba Bash, which the artwork, by the way, is designed by the one and only Hugh Syme, who created every Rush album from Caress of Steel till the end. So he donated that wonderful artwork. There's a QR code on that poster. Shoot it with your camera. It goes right to Neil's link at Cedars-Sinai. There's no middleman with this, okay? The money comes in, goes right there. You know, you're not donating to a charity funnel. You're donating directly to the hospital. Shoot that QR code. Are you able to pull it up?
Have you been able to pull it up, Lane? Patterson. Don is so fired. I'm going to fire him, and I'm going to chain up his other wrist so that he's like this. He won't be able to do anything. Maybe he can do something with his toes, you know?
Well, maybe you could post it after you post this, But yeah.
Let's see. Bubba Bash post is on the Base Kids. If you guys are not already members of Sunshine and the Base Kids, make sure to do that today. It's a free way to support your girl. And Tim is also one of my admins. Beautiful Dawn is another admin at the Sunshine and the Base Kids group. All right, real quick question from Daniel Bayanez. What's been your favorite type of venue to perform at lately?
Theaters, old theaters. Like we just played at the Des Plaines Theater in Des Plaines, Illinois, and places like that are like 100 and something years old. It's just so awesome. The vibe is killer. There's all these cool little sneaky little catacombs, and they actually had a speakeasy hidden behind a bookcase, which was badass, like from the 20s. It was really fantastic. Yeah, theater shows are absolutely fantastic.
I want a hidden room behind my bookcase.
Yeah, I just saw a movie about that last night, but it didn't turn out too good.
No, they never do.
It really didn't. Yeah, but this one did. It was neat.
All right, Tim Starace of YYNOT. You guys could be anywhere in the world, and you're here with us, and it means an absolute world to have your support. Time is very precious. Tim, what are you doing after this interview? Are you cooking up a whole meal?
Well, we already made dinner. I'm going to go upstairs, probably watch the rest of the football game. And for those of you who don't know, on Showtime, the Dio biography, Dreamers Never Die, came out tonight at 8 o'clock. So I'm recording that. And I can't wait to go watch that. And I'm probably going to give my brain a rest because setting up this show and getting all these monster musicians together really kind of wore me out over the last couple months,
Your brain needs some airflow.
Right, now I got to play music. I got to learn songs. We're going to do Tom Sawyer for the first time ever.
Hercules! Oh my God.
Yeah, well, it was one of those things that we as YYNOT never did, only because every other, band out there does it. We would rather do the obscure B-side stuff, and, but we had to break down and give the people what they want, and it's going to be cool. So I've been programming stuff like this. I don't know if you can hear this. We all know what this is, right?
Oh, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Boom! And then Tim Starace comes out on the Rickenbacker. Is that how it works?
That's what it said in the yearbook.
All right, Tim, I got 2 more questions, and we're going to get the fuck out of here.
The funk.
The funk out of here. What if you could throw a dinner party? And I probably already asked you this before, but I'm going to compare your answers to the previous 2 times that we've talked about it. You could throw a dinner party for any 5 musicians, dead or alive. Who would those 5 musicians be, and what would you serve at your dinner party?
All right. Ronnie James Dio. Glenn Hughes. Steve Harris. Geddy Lee. Doug Pinnick. And who would be my last one? Let's throw Gene Simmons in there.
Damn, this mofo got a +1 on his party. Okay.
That's right. Come on. We had to. And we would be all eating lamb.
Oh, okay.
Not with that mint jelly shit. Just straight up lamb. A little Brazilian seasoning on it. Mwah. Some rosemary potatoes. That's right. That's how we do it.
Is that how Tim Starace?
Mwah. All right.
Starace.
Right.
let's see. Last question for the night. You guys, thank you all for being such amazing and dedicated supporters, fans, friends, family, all the above. I appreciate you guys so much. Tim, what is the best piece of advice you could give everybody watching at home and everybody listening on the podcast?
Be nice and don't be a dick. Yeah. Try to do something good for everybody you can every day. It pays dividends. It really does. Being selfless, I found, has really made me feel better. And when I feel better, people around me feel better.
Boom.
Really. That's all. It's mushy.
No, I love the bush.
And don't eat the yellow snow. There you go.
No, that I love. This is great Christmas advice, being that it's December 1st.
Yeah, no, seriously. There will be yellow snow. Don't eat that. It's bad. And go to YYNotBand.com. That's YYNotBand.com.
You guys.
Once again, YYNotBand.com.
Oh my God. You guys, we have had such an incredible evening tonight with the one and only Tim Starace. This is your host, Sunny C of the Sunshine Show. I appreciate you all so very much. Make sure to go follow Why Not so you can continue the journey with Tim Starace and the whole fam bam, the whole crew. They're coming to a town near you. All right, guys. Tomorrow I have Lou Richards of 17th Street Recording Studio. We're going to continue the party. All right, Tim, is there anything else you want to talk about before we get going?
I just want to thank you and everybody who joined us for this opportunity. I'm really grateful, for where I am at this time in my life, doing something I love with people I love. It's just great. Can't beat it. It's like a Hallmark movie, except I don't have a dog. I got lizards.
But we have Tadpole.
Where is he?
Here he is.
There he is. Hey.
Tadpole's here to save the day. He said he'll be your dog and your Hallmark. He's like, leave me alone, Mom.
I know, right?
You remember Tim?
Yeah.
He's like, bitch, put me down. Okay, I'm putting him down. Mama Cantu says that's great advice. Don't eat the yellow snow.
That's right.
Don McDaniel, you're not getting any food down in the basement. I will send you your salt packets for dessert after you eat your mustard packets. Your mustard packets I sent you for lunch. You must finish all the mustard. All right, guys, we're getting the fuck out of here. Make sure to go follow Tim Starace, Why Not, Tech 21 NYC for
That's
all
right.
the goods, baby. All right, until next time, make sure to stay kind to all the people around you. You never know the battles that people are facing.
Exactly.
Keep a smile on your face. Be kind to yourself as well, because if you're not kind to yourself, ain't nobody gonna be kind to you. And stay safe out there. It's a dangerous fucking world, you guys. All right, Tim, on 3 we're gonna say bye, and this is not goodbye. This is actually hello. You know what I'm saying? This is just the beginning.
Gotcha.
Just the beginning. All right, you ready? On 3.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Bye.